Hi, my name is Tiffany Freeman, and I'm the creator of the Confidence Currency 4-week intensive course. And I am so excited for you that you have found yourself here because I believe that this course has the capacity to change your life forever. I know because I'm sharing with you the things that I learned that changed my life forever. As you probably heard, I lost over 200 pounds 10 years ago through making modifications to my nutrition and to my fitness, and I learned a whole lot. And I'm excited to just share with you what I've learned so that you too can achieve your health goals in a way that's realistic and sustainable. That's what this course is all about. So I'm so excited that you're here. Now, I know that I might sound superhuman when I say I lost over 200 pounds and I've kept it off for, 10 years. But I just want you to know and start this course by saying, I am a real person. I'm married, I'm a mom of 4, we homeschool our kids, I like creamer in my coffee, I don't like to run, I think that raw vegetables should be reserved for rabbits, right? I am not this like super health nut freak. I'm a real person that was really, really overweight and knew that I needed to make a change. And I've sifted through all of the junk and confusing garbage that's out there when it comes to how to lose weight and how to live healthily. And thank God, I've figured out how to do it and maintain this healthy weight in a way that's realistic for a real person's lifestyle. And so the 4-week intensive, you are going to get so much gold in terms of what you need to do it yourself as well. So maybe you're wondering, what is confidence currency? What does that mean? What is that all about? Well, okay, confidence, we know what that means. Confidence comes from what you feel or how you think about yourself. When you feel confident, it's because you have a self-concept that is positive and that you really feel, like you have some oomph behind you. There's confidence in your self-concept. And then currency has to do with money or resources. So confidence currency then is when you have the resource of a positive and powerful self-concept about yourself in the realm of weight loss. And we're going to be talking a lot about this because this is key to being successful with weight loss and weight loss maintenance. Because yes, definitely, losing weight has a lot to do with what you put in here. It has a lot to do with how you move your body. But more important than what you're putting in your mouth or what you're doing with your body is what's going on right here. This is a huge component of successful weight loss, and it's really what the majority of this course is going to be focusing on. I once heard it put this way: a person cannot consistently behave in a manner that is inconsistent with what they believe. Or to put it another way, your actions will follow your beliefs. So many diet plans and gimmicks really focus on your actions, right? So you've got to take this step, you've got to work out this much, you've got to eat these sort of foods, or don't eat these foods, or don't do this. And those things, have some validity there. But if you only focus on your actions, the ones that you need to start and the ones that you need to stop, and you don't address the beliefs that are behind those actions, it's only a matter of time before your actions revert back to what it is that you truly believe. Right? So if we're going to make long-term change and long-term progress, we can't just change our actions. We also have to look at, what do we believe? What do we really believe about ourselves? What do we really believe about food? What do we believe about fitness? And those beliefs come from, usually our history, and as well as what we're currently experiencing. And so this course looks a lot at, what is it that you really believe? What is your self-concept? Because I believe that your self-concept is what is going to drive your actions. And then of course, your actions, your behavior are what lead to the results that you're experiencing. And so you're going to come to find that the results that you are living in today, your current state, those have beliefs attached to them. And in order to change your state, we're going to not just change your actions and your behaviors, but we're going to have to address those beliefs. And I'm going to walk you through how to do that. Okay, so let me explain a little bit about how this course is designed and how you'll be going through it. So you've already heard this a few times, but this course is a little bit different in a lot of ways. Because first, you're actually not going to be making any changes to your nutrition or to your fitness for almost until halfway through the course. That's because for the first 2 weeks, we are just gonna be focusing on the internal, right? If you watched the promo video, you heard me say that a car needs wheels to work, but if the engine isn't working properly, then it's not gonna get very far. Same thing with weight loss and health in general. Nutrition and fitness are important. They're the wheels of the car. We need them to move, but if our engine, which is our mind, if our mind isn't working properly and isn't thinking properly, we might be able to, get a little ways, but we're not going to last far. You're not going to be able to do this sustainably. And if you're in this course, it's because you're done with the stopping and the starting, the trying and the failing, the fad diets. You're here because you actually want to make a sustainable change in your life. And so in order to do that, you're gonna have to take the time to slow down and really do the mental work. So maybe it sounds easy, not actually changing your diet or exercising until halfway through this course, but I promise these first 2 weeks are gonna be probably the most intense, because in week 1, we are gonna be sitting down and looking at what is your history? What times have you attempted to lose weight in the past? And what has that history told you about yourself? What self-concepts do you now live with because of what you experienced during your past times of trying to lose weight? Because those are incredibly impactful on your current state and any sort of future attempts that you would make at losing weight. So in week 1, that's what we're going to be looking at. And then in week 2, we're going to be looking at what is your present experience? Where are you really at? Looking at the hard and the ugly truth of where you currently find yourself and what are your current self-concepts? What do you currently think about nutrition? What do you currently think about your ability to exercise? Because getting an idea of your past and of your present is really going to be where you're going to understand what are the beliefs that are going on in my head that are actually driving my actions and keeping me from either making my goals or totally falling flat in that realm. In week 3, we are actually going to take the time to prepare you to take action. You're not actually going to be taking much action until the 4th and final week of this course. We are really going to take the time to really do some internal change, internal tune-up, internal transformation, so that when it's time for you to actually start to take action, you're ready and you're not just doing it on a whim or doing it out of just shallow, understanding of yourself or understanding of what's going to work. So in week 3, it's going to be all about planning and preparing. You, by the end of that week, are going to feel so prepared to work your personal health plan that it's just going to be like second nature to you almost. And then in week 4, you will have the time and the chance to start actually putting this into action. And you will have tools and strategies to help you navigate the bumps that come up in normal life so that you can actually walk this thing out for the long haul. Now, this intensive is designed to be done 1 week at a time. Depending on your personality, that may sound great or that may sound stifling. You might say, no, I just want to sit down and I want to watch all the videos and I just want to get it all done in one day. But I do not want you to do that. I want you to actually take the time to go through this course 1 week at a time. You didn't get to where you're at today and the struggles that you're facing overnight. It has been a process. And encountering transformation to get you to the point where you can live healthy in a sustainable way, that's not going to happen overnight either. It's going to be a process. And some of the work and the reflection and the journaling that you're going to be doing, it can't take place in a matter of 30 seconds. It's going to be with you actually sitting down and really thinking through these things. And so I encourage you, I almost think 4 weeks is quick in some ways, but if you are committed and you're intense, that's why it's called an intensive, you can do a lot of work in 4 weeks. There can be a lot of transformation done in a 4-week period. So you're gonna do this. You'll see that the course is broken down into 4 weeks. I want you to do it 1 week at a time. Now, each week might have 3 videos, it might have 5 or 6 videos, and you can go ahead and break those up however you want to according to your schedule within that week, but don't go beyond that week. Take it 1 week at a time. Now you're also going to see that there is coursework that are documents that are provided for each of the weeks, and you're going to need to print these out. Now, do not skip printing out and doing the coursework. Truly, if you do that, you might as well just stop the intensive now. Because this is where, when you're sitting down and you're doing the coursework and you're taking the time to do the hard work, this is where the transformation is going to come. I can't tell you how many times maybe I've been doing a small group study or whatever, and I'll look at the questions that they're asking me to fill out, and I'll originally think, I don't really think I have that much significant answer to this. But as I'll just say, you know what, I'm gonna do it. As I start to write, things will come to my mind, things will begin to rise to the surface that I never even knew were there. And I'll say, whoa, I didn't even know I thought that way. I didn't even know that was a belief that I was operating with until I just took the time to really ask myself the question and sit there with it. And so you're going to have lots of questions, lots of coursework to do. None of it's cumbersome, none of it's busy work. It's all about you, and it's all necessary in order to fix the engine, to address and fix your mind so that your behaviors can line up with your belief pattern and lead you to a place of success. So do not rush the course. Do not skip out on doing the coursework. It is not optional. It is absolutely necessary for success in this intensive. Are you ready to begin an intense, emotional, but empowering 4 weeks that can honestly change the rest of the trajectory of your life? I hope so, because you've already bought the course and there's no refunds. But kidding. You can have a refund if you want. But I hope so, because this honestly is going to empower you. It's going to equip you to walk in freedom. It's going to equip you to walk in victory and really just reach your goals and be able to really live the life that you want to live. And to, when you're thinking about yourself, for there not to be shame or hopelessness, but that you can walk out that empowering, victorious, free life that you so deserve and that you were made for.